Hi, welcome to Jen's Daily Dish, where I bake things on camera for the very first time so you can bake along with me and learn from my mistakes. It's not just about baking, it's about cooking too. And I saw this recipe for zucchini chips. I mean, who doesn't love chips? And if you make them out of zucchini, then they're good for you. So you see, it's a win-win. Of course, it inspired this song. Zucchini chips, these chips are on my list. Zucchini chips, these chips I can't resist, because the chips are on my list of the best veggie tips. Well, actually, I really don't know yet because I've never made this before. So we're going to make them together and find out, can you really make zucchini chips at home without frying them? We're going to find out. The recipe comes together super quickly, very few things to do. The most important thing is that you slice your zucchini super thin. You see that? Really, really thin, wobbly, super thin. The best way to do that is with a mandolin, if you have it, or any kind of slicer that's very, very thin. Just watch your fingers, be careful. Preheat your oven to a scorching 450 degrees. Get your paper thin zucchini ready to go. Look, I can see through them. That's how thin they are. Add in some olive oil. I'm gonna mix that around with my hand. Get that, you wanna make sure that that olive oil gets all over them. Add in a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, a little bit of paprika. Mix around again. Just put on your cookie sheet. I'm going to try to lay them out individually best I possibly can, but may or may not be possible. Lay them out best you can into the oven for 25 to 30 minutes until they look crispy. This is at 20 minutes and they are already burning, and I should have kept a closer eye on them. So we'll see what I can do to salvage them and how they taste. So watch yours more carefully and or lower the oven temperature. This recipe did not turn out how it was supposed to. The zucchini was very thin, maybe too thin, hard to say. I do think that the oven was probably too hot, but if any of you have any ideas as to why this went terribly wrong, please let me know. So in the meantime, try a lower temperature of your oven, maybe 400 instead, and keep an eye on them. You know, the ones that turned out well, right? It's holding up by itself. It looks like a chip, and it is zucchini. So there you go. You can make zucchini chips on your own. Just watch them carefully so that you don't end up with a lot of them burnt like mine did. But for those who've been watching for a while, there was that caramel cake disaster and a few others along the way, the Japanese souffle pancakes. I could probably come up with a list, but that's why we're doing this together. So, because if I can do this, you can too, and you can learn from my mistakes. So, in the meantime, let's give this one zucchini chip a try. It's great. I just wish I had more of them. That's the problem, but that's all right. It's all right. We'll keep trying. I will figure it out. And again, if you have ideas, please let me know in the comments. If I can try to make these zucchini chips for the very first time with you watching me every step of the way, even though it ended up in disaster, there are learnings to be made. You can too, and you can do it better than I did. So don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, share with your family and friends, and check me out on Instagram for so much more.